What is up, guys? It is your boy c-niice here, back again. Saturday, 10 a.m. You're hearing this. A new episode, something that's very different, something that's one that I didn't know if it was going to be in the beginning, at the end of the season, whatever this episode was going to come. I knew it was going to be in the first season. I knew it was a very important episode to me. This is someone who's been in my life for my whole college career, basically, and someone that's helped guide me through that, helped me grow up as a person, and I hope I help them grow up as well. This is my current girlfriend, someone I've been dating for almost 5 years, Shaina.
Hi, everyone.
I'm happy to do this episode. This was a very important episode to me, and I'm happy we got it done when you were here this time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I think this will be a great one to listen to. All right, well, without further ado, I say we just start it. Just get right into it.
All right, let's get started. I left my mom waiting in the car for like 30 minutes, and she was so mad at me. Oh my
gosh. I was scared. I was scared that day when she was literally calling. She was literally calling you, and you were just... What were you thinking when you were just disrespect? Not even disrespecting your mom, but just...
I wasn't thinking that was the issue.
You were just in a trance almost. Like
You had me in a trance.
It's funny because I also was like I wasn't thinking of consequences. That's the thing. A lot of what people have to understand, this will be kind of how we're going to get into it, but a lot of people got to understand is our relationship started when we were both really young. It wasn't high school, high school. This was definitely, we've had this conversation so many times, but this was our first real relationship, both our first real relationships.
I know.
You can't be laughing at me.
I'm sorry.
But, and we were really young, both 18, you were just turning 19.
Yeah.
Obviously, because, birthdays.
Yeah, birthday.
But, that was a different time in my life, definitely. Could you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. I was a different person, too.
Mm-hmm. Because oh my gosh, that the whole situation, we'll go on with how we actually first got engaged in talking and whatnot.
Okay.
So we're one of those modern relationships I like to think about it as, this is
modern.
This is 21st century. This is past the 2020s, but it technically wasn't. It was 2017. But past, this old age stuff where you can meet people online and all this stuff.
Yeah, wow.
This was 1 minute long of me just getting around the area. Basically met on Tinder. That was me jibber jabbering.
We did meet on Tinder.
And there's nothing wrong with that, I think. A lot of people, at a time, there was a time in our relationship where it was kind of almost taboo. You didn't really...
Well, yeah, you know how I first felt about us meeting on Tinder. I didn't really want anyone to know that we met on Tinder.
Very few people, I think, knew. Do you know who were kind of the people you told?
Probably Dana and Gabby first, honestly. I'm going to assume I told them first. Well, actually, the first person to ever know was Ashley because she was my roommate at the time. And she was really the only person who even knew that I was talking to because all my friends can tell you that I was not telling anyone about anything I was doing.
No, I'm definitely in the same boat as that. I would tell close people and keep people's ears open, tell them, but I wouldn't get too much in the detail because you really don't know how it's gonna turn out. We started really talking probably April.
Probably April.
Actually started talking and engaging is probably April.
Probably,
and
yeah.
The school year ends in end of May.
Because I don't remember when we had matched, but then we didn't hang out for...
We matched and we were kind of on the back burners of each other. Like I said, I used to. This could lead into another story, but basically, it seemed like you answered at certain times, at certain occasions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't answer during the week at all. It was very much as if.
It was on the weekends.
It was on the weekend.
When I was drinking when I was going out.
It was pre-game time, though.
It
wasn't like you were out. It was 9:30-esque, maybe 10 o'clock.
I know. Well, it's because, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I was really never the type who was looking to hook up with people. Mm-hmm. So I really only went on it when I was drunk and just
But the thing is, you weren't even looking to hook
I
up
don't
with
even.
people.
Yeah, I don't
when
even
you
know.
you know what I mean?
Like, I guess honestly for attention, and I know all my girls feel that. So
no, yeah, and the thing is,
probably
like,
everyone
you did
feels
it,
that.
did it, and it was like it wasn't every weekend, like, you know what I mean? It was just like whenever I think you felt like it, basically.
Yeah.
Whenever you thought about it.
And then at the time, which Tinder, honestly, I think one of their biggest mistakes was removing it, is they had those Tinder groups where like you could match with other groups. And I was in a group with Ashley and Gabby. So during the weekends, Gabby would be at home and we would be all on the Tinder group. But besides that, like, I don't know. I didn't really use it for what everyone else was using it for.
And can't say everyone else, but
most people.
With the stigma, we'll put the stigma as quotation marks behind what you use these social media dating esque apps, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's so long. People don't even ask anymore. Like, we just been together so long.
I know.
Most people know.
Yeah, most people know.
Most people that we care about know. I feel like it'd be a very hard conversation to have with someone now.
No, it would be.
To be like, yeah, no, I've been dating this person for ever so many years, 4 years, going on 5. So.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It goes by fast too. That's the thing. Like, you know, we were talking about it. It's almost hard at times to think of memories just because it's been so many.
No,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
it has been.
A chunk, 6 to 8 months of our lives. It's 6 months, I think, but 6 to 8 months we've just been away from where we've known the whole time, like where we've been. You know what I mean? Your house, Long Island for you. Here for me. Not even here, but you know what I mean, Schenectady for me. And it's just a different experience, I think. So you kind of get used to living your life there, and almost like every day.
No, yeah,
every day it's
it
a
is,
new adventure and like a new experience where you kind of forget them. But I wouldn't say you forget them. They kind of just get lost.
No, but you're kind of, I feel like, living a double life when away at school.
I could definitely see that. It's hard, especially if there's like, because your friends stayed home. I know I had friends all different places.
Yeah.
And I would say most of my friends definitely rekindled and still talk and everything. Like the friends I really wanted to stay and talk to, like, and if we didn't right after high school or like in the middle of college, like we've definitely rekindled and talked now. So I think it's like, what I mean, it's hard to talk at times, but if you're meant to be in a relationship with these people, then you're definitely going to still be. College won't take that away.
No, yeah, I agree.
This is an experience. So us being both out, we'll tell the first story. We're gonna go to the first story we ever.
The first story
in person. So we
what, the elevator time? Is that
no?
what you're
I wasn't
referring
even
to?
talking about that time.
Oh.
We can lead into that. So one of the first times we saw each other in person, which we both knew at the time. Back then it was whatever feelings we were feeling. Like now we can look back and just laugh about it.
Yeah.
But there was this one time where, for whatever reason, we just have taken the elevator up with
Josh.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know. I lost my train of thought there.
I know, I blanked for a second.
With an old friend of mine, Josh. We both were just happening to be taking the elevator up. He lived on the 8th floor. I lived on 7th. I think we just got like food or something. It might have been a dining hall.
Yeah, I think I was coming from the dining hall, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure where it was, but definitely from probably, I think, food. And I happened to get in this elevator, and you got in after me. Is that what you're thinking, or you were already in the elevator and we came in second?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I
honestly don't remember.
I'm gonna say we were in second.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I'm gonna say you were in the elevator and we got in, and I like at the time. Like,
honestly, you might have got in before. Honestly,
is it
I think we kind of got in around the same time. Like I think we were all waiting for the elevator.
Okay.
And then you guys went in and I went in because I knew it was you.
Yeah. So the.
I just knew I wasn't going to say anything.
The important part of the story was that this was when we kind of were talking, not really, like maybe matched, maybe a few messages on Tinder, but like maybe, I don't know what people can talk about me and who I am as a person. I'm not the most outgoing at times. Like I'm definitely I'm not afraid to be shy. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people at times will be too outgoing or like too much. Whereas I'm kind of more shy, and then as I get comfortable, you'll get to know the full true side of me. But I wasn't the one to ever say anything like that.
No, yeah, I was definitely a lot more shy freshman year than what I am now. So I already knew. I was like, I'm not, and I wasn't looking the best. I was probably hungover, just got food, like rolled out of bed, and I'm like, I cannot be seeing this kid for the first time looking like this.
Like literally big first ever in person like reaction, and we're just both like
I know. We're both like, no one says anything.
But the thing is, like, we really both didn't say anything, and I looked, and I so at the time I forgot the story even happened, and Shaina retold to me a couple of months ago, I'd say. Like, it was recent, kind of. Maybe not that. Maybe that was
No, probably. It was like within the
last couple. Yeah. I would say like last 6 months.
Yeah, I would agree.
Retold me that story, and then I told Ryan about it, and he said, "Oh my gosh, there's another aspect to the story that you forgot." So I'd forgotten this at the time when you retold the story, and I told you this.
Yeah.
But so I get off. So there's the second part of the story is I get off the elevator, and I'm on the 7th floor, and the rest of them are getting off on the 8th floor. So I get off by myself. I say bye to Josh, whatever, and I go to my room, and I tell Ryan, like, yo, I definitely was in the elevator with this girl that I've been talking to and matched with on Tinder, and I just didn't say anything. Like, I'm too scared. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
which is such a crazy concept to the story, because I didn't remember this part. I did not remember that I even saw you in the elevator like recently, but something Ryan told me was like, bro, yeah, I remember this.
No, yeah, you didn't know about that for a long time, because we talked about this story before, and like within the past few months is the first I've heard of that.
Literally, I didn't remember it, and it was probably just because, like, I don't know, I just forgot. I literally just forgot.
I secretly saw you a couple of times. I had saw you in the dining hall one time, didn't say anything to you.
Yep.
And then the time when we had to do the community service thing for when we were living in Hart, and I saw you at one of the, like, I forgot what they were even called, like those events that we had to go to.
ISTs.
Yeah, ISTs. And you and Ryan were both there. You sat in front of me.
It was in the basement of Hart.
Yeah, and we watched anime.
And we watched, oh my gosh, I love talking about this with my friend, because, well, a couple of my friends are really into anime, but there's one that I always make this joke that it's called Yuri on Ice. That was the anime.
Yeah, it was.
Yuri on Ice. It's about this boy who wants to be a figure skater.
I know.
Like, that's like, and like, I don't know how deep it gets, like, but this boy just really wants to be a good figure skater.
Honestly, it got my attention.
The worst part is, like, it really did grab my attention. I'm like, man, I really hope my boy succeeds.
I'm not gonna lie, I considered watching it after.
That's so funny.
And I don't usually watch anime, but I considered it.
But Yuri on Ice was it was such a, I didn't expect, I don't know what I was getting into. I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's an anime one, like, this should be interesting, you know what I mean? Like, this should be fun.
No, yeah.
The ISTs were fun to an extent, I'd say. Like, there was points where I think, like, some of them were kind of, like, annoying, and you just had to get them done.
No, yeah, they definitely were annoying at times.
What do you think? Oh my gosh, I remember that's what I was using. That was what I was using to kind of chop it up with you. I was like, I'll do an IST for you.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you said that you would do an IST for me.
I was kind of like on the fly, like kind of flirting, you know what I mean?
I know, you're trying to be cool.
I was trying to be cool. I'm like, yo, bro, like, I got the ISTs on deck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I must have said no. I'm assuming I said no.
Remember I wrote one down. Remember I had a whole fake thing for it until I got to a sentence.
I feel like I vaguely remember this.
Man, everyone doesn't remember these great things that I just make and create.
No, I remember you telling me that you would do an IST for me. I don't remember you actually.
I did not do one for you. I'm not a simp. I don't know why I said it like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. We're gonna see how that feels, but. Yeah, no, I never did it. I said it as a joke, and I probably would have done it if you asked, high key. But.
Yeah, but we were barely talking at like that point, and yes, it was mostly my fault, but we were barely talking at that point.
At that point, I don't know. I think I had something of yours that wasn't Tinder.
No, yeah, because I'm pretty sure we were talking through Snap for a while. Like, we were talking on Snap for a little while, and then I gave you my number over Snap.
Yeah. Yep, I do remember that.
Yeah.
And I was like...
And we were, like, texting. We were like, yo, like, let's hang out soon. And I was like, I got laundry to do.
No,
like,
I was like, I don't even remember who I asked. I was just talking to him, like, I know, like, how do you text? Like, I was like, I don't really know how to text people like that, like...
No, I know.
But it was like emojis. That was a big thing. Use emojis.
I know.
Which I still like. To
I
this
really
day.
started using emojis the most I ever had when I started texting you.
Me too.
Honestly, I really don't use emojis often with other people. I mean, sometimes, but
Yeah, no. I the thing is, I used to like be afraid to use them, and now I'm like, bro, like, emojis literally it's just that emotion.
I know.
It's so easy. Like, LOL is cool and all, but sometimes you just need that laughing face, like with the tear.
no, yeah. Or they have other good emojis too,
No,
just
yeah.
to show like certain emotions or
No, yeah, like the throw up emoji I think is necessary at times.
Yeah.
Just in general. The eyes.
I know the eyes and the mouth. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When you put the eye,
Yeah,
then
you
the
do.
mouth, then the
That's your
eye.
signature, yeah.
Yeah, I like that
I
one.
like the sideways eyes because then you're like doing something mischievous.
Yeah, I like the sideways eyes. Holy shit. Sideways eyes too. Sorry for the curse word. Not meaning to curse.
Oh my gosh, everyone was so afraid. I think it's my aura.
Well, because
I don't care.
literally first of all, I cursed. I feel like I've calmed down a lot, but I feel like when I first met you, I cursed a decent amount, especially then living with Meg. I cursed a lot because
Yeah.
Meg cursed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that most people know about Chris is this boy barely curses.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. It just wasn't ever in my nature.
Like usually ever. I probably only heard you curse a handful of times. Like literally probably a handful of times, and you know, it always shocks me. It always shocks me to hear it.
If you hear me curse, either I'm not doing okay, or someone's not doing okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something had to happen catastrophically to the point where like I'm really like not doing okay. I don't like the curse.
I know you really don't.
No, you can get so much worth and so much like energy and whatever you want to call it, like out of words and not having to curse. And I think
No, I agree.
and I doesn't take away from people that curse because there's definitely a time and a place. I think some people use it too much, like just any other words or anything.
No, I definitely curse too much.
No.
Definitely dating you and stuff. I don't curse as much as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I cursed a lot, I feel, before dating you.
Dating you.
I know. Oh, sorry. But yeah, before dating you, I feel like I cursed a lot. I had a Long Island mouth.
Is that a real thing, Long Island?
No, I don't know. I'm making that up. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of people from Long Island curse a lot.
No, definitely have a colorful mouth, to say the least.
Yeah, I would say that.
Sailor's mouth. Is that
Sailor's mouth. Yeah.
What's great about having an episode with you is that our relationship is different than anybody else's, right? I don't know why this is how I'm gonna transition to the next thing, but you almost sneak dissed me on the first time I came.
I did.
I came before I came technically. Well, you took the picture. I don't know if that's what you were assuming. That's what you were thinking.
Oh,
That's what I was going to lead into, but we're going to start even earlier than that.
Okay.
Which is going to be the movie theater, the May incident, when you really tried to sneak this.
oh, okay. I didn't though.
This story I feel like is detrimental.
This is pretty much a story of how we started officially dating.
Yeah, this is what pushed us to either be dating
Or not
or to be a second semester fling.
I know. A second semester fling. We hung out like three times. No, I'm kidding. Maybe like 5.
Yeah, no, I think so. Like, bro, like you literally came to my room every time, and you had mad pillows and stuff. Like, if
I know.
known, like you really played me.
I did come to your room a lot.
Yeah, you the first semester, freshman semester, I think you only came to my. I don't think.
You never saw my freshman year room.
Not your heart room.
Yeah.
And you really be taking care of your bed and stuff, so it's kind of.
I do. It was definitely a good room.
Yeah, no, you like your bed is probably more comfortable than most of my beds, just in general, no matter where you are.
Well, it's because at school I had that really good mattress
But you
pad
had mad
too.
good pillows too.
I know you had those flat pillows.
You still have those fat.
I know.
flat pillows.
Still do have those flat pillows.
But we're gonna talk about the story that led us after the fact, which was if we were to be in a TV show or movie, the end of the chapter you'd say, or the end of the movie would be us leaving at the summer, because we did not know where it was gonna go. I know we liked talking to each other, we liked hanging out. But I don't know if you had any idea what were you feeling at the time. Do you even remember?
I don't know.
Years and years ago.
I mean, I definitely liked you. Like, I definitely at least wanted it to possibly go somewhere. But I wasn't really sure because we were getting ready to leave for the summer. We didn't really start, like, talking more and hanging out more until the end of the semester.
Yep.
So I didn't really know where things were going to go. I was expecting to at least still be somewhat talking to you throughout the summer, but like I wasn't 100% sure what was going to end up happening.
Yeah, I think I wanted to get you farther, like whether it was a relationship or whatever we wanted to do. I definitely think I wanted to get that next step. And then all the signs. So you gotta.
I know. Here we go.
This is what overthinking. This is the definition of overthinking.
I know.
But overthinking stems, I think. You know, I mean, you people overthink because it stems from somewhere, and they believe what they're doing is right, or they believe that their thoughts are conceived correctly, and blah blah blah, whatnot, mumbo jumbo. You unadded me on Instagram. That was the big one. That was
I
the
did.
One,
I unfollowed him on Instagram. I did.
And I don't know if Instagram still does it. Like I maybe not. I haven't paying attention too much. But Instagram before they had the feed, like your activity feed with your account.
Yeah.
So it would tell you when someone followed you. But if someone unfollowed you, their name would disappear. It wouldn't say they still followed you there on the activity feed. So randomly one time, you just check your activity feed and I just see your name's gone. And I was like, maybe it was a glitch. And then I look in my followers, you're not following me. And I said, oh no, it's about to happen. Like, oh no, like you're about to give me the wham Stewie for the summer. Like I don't want to talk to you. And then so this is where the overthinking really comes into play.
Well, also you had saw that my Tinder profile was gone.
So this is where I was like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like we were dating or even to the point where we asked or were like talking like that. So we still had we still had dating apps.
Yeah.
But you deleted yours.
Yeah, I deleted my whole account.
So she deleted her account because she's like, oh, things are going really well. I could see this doing well in the future.
Yeah. Well, let me explain why I unfollowed you. Because...
Complete your side of the story.
I pretty much unfollowed you just because at the time, I don't know, I was very secretive about who I was talking to, whatever. And my friend Dana, who I love to death, but I know how she could be. I know she would find you. Mm-hmm. And she was asking me like, oh, what does he look like? What's his name? And she's like, tell me what his name is. And she's like, oh, you probably follow him on Instagram. I'm going to look through your Instagram followers, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, not that, oh, sorry again for the curse word. Not that I'm trying... Sorry.
Just keep talking the way you talk.
Not that I'm trying to hide you or anything, but I wasn't ready to tell my friends about all of this yet. So then I happened to unfollow you. And around the same time, I also deleted my Tinder profile. So
these two, so she deleted her Tinder profile, but on mine, it would just look like she unliked me on Tinder. So it deleted from my liked people on Tinder, all 3 people I probably had.
Oh my God, no.
It was down to 2 now. So I definitely saw it. You know what I mean? No. I definitely saw the difference. If it was, if I had like 20 people, maybe. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. But...
You did not have 2
And I think there was a
people.
third thing. I don't remember it fully, but I think there was a third thing. No,
I think that was it. Because... pretty much we were texting during the day.
Yep.
And I didn't answer you for a little while, I don't think, because I was out with Dana and this girl Julia, and we were gonna dye her hair. And I remember literally we were in Sally's beauty salon, whatever the hell it's called, and we were looking for hair dye, and I'm texting you back, and then out of nowhere I get the text message from you saying like, I know where this is going, like blah blah blah, like I saw you unfollowed me on Instagram, or I forgot exactly what you said. You might not have mentioned the Instagram thing right away. I think you were just like, I think I know this is where this is going, like I hope you have a good summer, like whatever. So I look at my phone, I'm like, what is even going on right now? Because I thought our conversation was going well earlier in the day. I'm like so confused. I'm like, what is even going on? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not answering. I'm like, obviously this kid is no longer trying to talk to me. Like, to me, this was out of nowhere because I didn't know at the time that he saw that I unfollowed him, and also that he thought I unmatched him when really I just deleted my account. So I was like, I'm not going to answer, whatever, being stubborn. And then probably like a couple hours after, or like an hour or so.
No, you did answer beforehand. You did answer. Because I sent this. This is like, we'll call it a short story. It wasn't like the longest.
It wasn't that long.
I've sent longer texts.
No, because I know I didn't answer for a little while. And then all I wrote back was saying, okay, ... question mark.
But you know,
I specifically remember sending that text.
Like probably double paragraph essay, we'll say, about just woe is me.
It wasn't a double paragraph. It wasn't that long.
Definitely a little bit of woe is me in there, though. It was more like, I see where this is going, blah blah blah. I don't know. You're right. It's been so long. This was May. You know what I'm talking about? We're talking about May.
This was May of 2017.
Close to 5 years ago.
So.
And just like, oh, I know you don't. I don't even know what I said, man. I don't even know what I said. But it was like,
I don't even fully remember.
You're not into me, like maybe something like that. Like I see where this is going, which was
irritating. After I wrote like the okay thing, you were like, I just see where like this is going.
And I might have said the things about, because I think I answered. I answered with those things, with the Tinder thing, with the Instagram thing, and then you said something else, because then you were like...
And then I lied, and I said that, like, other people's Instagrams, like, were saying that I unfollowed them, and then I told you the truth about the Tinder account, though. I was like, I did delete my Tinder
folks,
account.
You hear this animal over here just going, yeah, no, it's happening to everybody. You didn't hear about this bug happening on Instagram?
I know. I was like...
And you know what I was like?
I've been unfollowing everyone. It was like not
oh
me.
Gosh. I saw it too, man. I got involved with people.
I know, you're like, okay.
I was like, bro, yo, Lynn, thank you for showing me the bug. Like, I had involved mad people. I didn't unfollow anybody.
I know you didn't. There was no bug.
But yeah, and then we the funniest thing about it is, you know, you sent like a couple, like it was like 2 or 3 texts, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to see a movie.
Yeah, I remember being upset about that, because not that it's not even like we were arguing or anything, but like it was just kind of like both of us being like, okay, like, well, what do you want? Like, well, what do you want? Like, whatever. Like, I don't even know. It was just like, because I feel like we both didn't fully talk about what we were looking for before going home. So I feel like that's kind of why
we didn't
probably
really
we were like, you were overthinking, then I was overthinking. So I'm like, I feel like this kid is trying to cut me off right now. But then, you know, you explained yourself, I explained myself.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you didn't answer me, it would have.
But then you went to the goddamn movies in the middle of our conversation.
Bro, and
I'm like, how am I supposed to wait for this kid to get out of a movie for us to finish having like this conversation right now about pretty much like what we are and what we're doing?
Boys, I think I went to, I don't know who went. I think it was me, my boy Nikolai, shout out to Nikolai, and my boy Mike Salmon. It was my 2 boys, and we were at the movies, and I remember I was just fed up. I could just see where this relationship was going, or at least I thought. And I was like, I gotta send this text. And they're like, yeah. Like,
hyping you up, like, send the text.
The thing was, like, you could attest to it. It was a very respectful text. Like, it was.
It
was very respectful, and it wasn't like anything bad. I didn't say anything bad in it.
I honestly, I can't even see Nikolai telling you to say something bad anyway.
I wish I remembered what movie it is that I went to go see with Nikolai, because and my boy Mike, because I think it would just add even another aspect to the story.
I know, I don't even remember what movie.
2017, like the end of the summer, or not the end of the summer, the beginning of the summer. It was May, It's early May.
Yeah. God, I wouldn't even know what movies came out.
It was. I don't know, but it sparked what the most important thing of the story is it lit a fire under me, and I was like, all right, this was already almost a failed experiment for me because of what I said, obviously. But I was so because I thought it was game over. I thought it was game over for me, so I was like, I'm just gonna shoot not even shoot the shot, just shoot this text and tell her like I see it. Like you don't have to keep. You could just cut it off, please. But it lit a fire under me so that I would come to Long Island. I was like, all right, you've just forced my hand. I'm coming to Long Island.
I know.
The June of 3rd.
You did that night after. Did we talk on the phone?
We might have. Yeah, we might.
I think we might have talked on the phone after the movie.
Got home and then we talked on the phone.
And then pretty much I was like, I like you, and you were like, I like you too. And then we were like, you're like, okay, I'm gonna come this day, and I was like, okay.
I think it was the 3rd. Because then I came over the 3rd.
No, you came over on the 4th.
Did I?
Yeah.
Came over on the 4th.
I'm pretty sure it was because it had to be the 4th.
That's when
because that's when we started dating, and you asked me before midnight, so
bros.
it was the 4th.
And I got this present for her because yo bro, like I'm a romantic, like I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just no normal dude who just be asking, like I'd be giving stuff. Nah.
I know. You actually told me that you asked some of like your friends at the time what you should get me.
Oh, yeah.
Like some of like your girlfriends, but I can't remember who. It was probably like Maida or someone. I don't know who you asked, and they told you. I think you said to either get me makeup or the teddy bear.
Yeah, I
chose teddy bear or something like that.
Things you like you know what I mean, like an OG basket.
Yeah.
But like
I love baskets.
I just didn't know what candies and stuff you liked, so I wasn't gonna get you the basket. And then I was like, I can get you the teddy bear, but the one I got, you know, and I'm like extravagant, you know. I mean, this is what we're talking about. So I got one of the big teddy bears. I got like one of the 3-foot tall teddy bears.
Yeah.
I don't think it's 4 foot. I think it's 3 foot.
I think 3.
I think so as well.
At least 3.
And I think it came. I ordered it, and it came the same day I came. Right.
I think you brought it. I don't think you got it delivered to me. Okay. I think you brought it to my house.
Yep. So I bring this teddy bear.
It's unstuffed.
Yeah, so I did not know the bear. Like, it makes a lot of sense, kind of, when you say that.
You didn't know the bear wouldn't come stuffed when you got it in a little box.
Life sometimes hits you fast, you know what I mean? But basically, the bear came unstuffed, and the amount of time that
I made you stuff it with me that day.
Yeah, no, we stuffed it.
Yeah.
It was like I don't know how long it was, like an hour, maybe like 2 hours of just stuff.
It was. We were just stuffing him for a really long time.
We had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
Time, you know, and the worst part is we were so awkward.
It was so awkward at this time, just because we really weren't actually talking. We really weren't actually talking for a long time before we started dating. Honestly.
No, yeah. I look back and whenever we matched, whether I think it was earlier than April. I think it was.
I think it was February, like end of February.
Late February, and we didn't even talk a lot. It wasn't even like a match and we were like hit it off. We're talking. It was like we matched and then we just kind of like did whatever, and then we would talk randomly at times until it got to a point where we did want to talk more.
No, yeah.
And then it happened.
Yeah.
And then somehow it happened.
Yeah, you came and you waited all day, but you asked me out.
Oh yeah,
I
was very nervous the whole time. I knew that was my end goal. I was like, you know what? It's early summer. It's still June. I was like, I'm not gonna deal with not knowing. Like, I'm not gonna deal with the whole summer of not knowing. You know, I was young, naive at the time. I mean, to this day, I feel like I trust you with all my heart, but this was like, you can't break this. Like, this is in my head. I'm like, if you're dating me, bro, like, you gotta date me. Like,
no, yeah, like,
you know what I mean? But
we're gonna put each other on hold for the summer.
No, literally, like, we're gonna date for the summer and see how it feels and what we want to do from there. And that set it off. I really, you know what I mean? I feel like most relationships don't start long distance, and ours did.
Yeah.
Which was kind of.
We I think tried to see each other a few times during the summer though, because that was also the summer that I had went to Lake George, and you had came up for a day.
Is that summer I crashed?
Yeah, that was the summer you crashed your car.
I could tell that story.
Yeah, you can.
That's a great.
I'll tell my
end of it. Okay.
End of it too.
Okay, so this is a groundbreaking story about how, again, one of these almost didn't make it, but we're here today.
I know.
So we're driving down to the island of Long. Not Short Island, Long Island.
Long Island.
If there was a audience here, there would have been cheers for that one, because that was just top tier level comedy. But
it was.
I was like, oh, let me take this different route. I'm like, I'm not gonna do the normal highway. I'm not one of these people that take the highway. Like, I can find different routes. I can find the routes the Long Islanders take to get down.
Wow.
Because what people don't know, I'm gonna go a little off topic because that's just my end game. That's just what I do. But there's mad Long Island people everywhere in New York. Most Long Island people are not on Long Island. They're in these colleges and places all around the state of New York. There's way too many people that say they live in Long Island to actually live there. They are just everywhere else in New York.
Long Island is packed with people.
I know, and that's why wherever you go, you'll always find a Long Islander. It could be the middle of the summer in Lake Placid, and then there's gonna be 10 guys that are just like, yeah, I'm from Long Island. But anyway, more importantly, is the story that I was going about that I completely forgot what I was.
You crashing your car.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot about that story. I got distracted by Long Island. But so I was driving to Conic State Parkway. I was like halfway. The context behind the story is that I stayed over at a friend's house the night before, and we had fun. I was young at the time. It wasn't like we were doing anything crazy. Like, we just stayed up, like, probably playing video games, knowing how me and my friends are. Actually, we did stay up playing video games. It was one where it was like a choice video game, where you could make a choice and it would affect how the game goes later into the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
That sounds fun until you have to drive in the morning, or until you can't fall asleep because this game's too much fun. So. But we played that game all night. I didn't sleep enough. And I was like, oh, but I'm still driving to Long Island. Like, no one's going to stop me. I'm still driving to Long Island tomorrow. I'm planning to see you. Like, so I'm driving to Long Island. I get to Poughkeepsie. And in case you didn't know, Poughkeepsie's, like, probably right in the middle of, like, where we were at the time. Like, from my house to your house. And I get to Poughkeepsie, and then at this time, I've been falling asleep at the wheel. I've been nodding at the wheel on and on.
Don't you know you're supposed to pull over and sleep?
Don't you know, orange, you glad I didn't say banana. But I was definitely not doing what I was supposed to do. I was nodding, and I you learn a lot when you're put in a situation like this. So I end up nodding enough to where one of my tires goes off the road. One tire goes off the road. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not on the road anymore. So the first thing I do is just whip the wheel to the right. So I whip it to the right. It gets the front tire off the dirt onto the road, but the back left tire now turns onto the dirt. I lose control for a second, and I spin 180. Now I'm looking directly at the guardrail that's to my right. And it's like I'm still sliding forward, but I'm looking this way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looking. And then I do the complete opposite, so I loop it, and it like does like a horseshoe, and then now I'm looking towards the guardrail on the complete opposite side, the left side now. So I do like a whole 180, you know what I mean, all the way around this time.
Yeah.
So the back of my car is now where the back was, or the front of my car is where the back was. And then like I try to refix it, but by then I hit the guardrail, do a whoop-de-whoop-de, and my car flips on the top for a second, and the crash happens so quick. It's like a snap of the fingers. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like you don't even notice what happens. So the car flips over on its head. It's just the guard. You could see the lines of like where the guardrail was and like where the metal lines were, but it doesn't full 360 flip. It just flips back on. But it was so quick, I didn't even know I flipped. I didn't even know the top of my car hit upside down.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's scary.
And I remember it just being like I said, so fast, where just like I didn't even know what happened, and I was so mad at myself. I was so mad at myself because I know I shouldn't have crashed. Like, I should have done the precautions right, and I should have took a break, and I should have definitely gotten a good night's sleep and all this blah blah blah. Like, you know,
I know, definitely needed your sleep.
Hindsight's 20/20, you know what I mean? But I was just so mad. I was punching my steering wheel. Like, I was just so frustrated. I got out of my car, I was just punching my hood. I didn't call the police or nothing because I didn't understand what was happening basically.
Didn't you say like someone else ended up calling the police?
Yeah, mad cars. Also, mad cars passed by me, which is fine. You know, what I mean, I probably look like a freak. I probably look like an animal, but still, like, mad cars passed by me, and then eventually, I think 2 cars stopped, and then police came and was like, "Oh, what happened?" And I said, "Oh, blah blah blah." Lost my train of thought because that's what happened. I lost my train of thought extra hard. And the guy was like, "Oh, someone got airlifted to a hospital right down there," pointed somewhere. I'm like, I don't care. Like, obviously, it's kind of like surreal. But, and then I also, when I crashed, I tried to call you, I think.
Yeah, you did try to call me, and I did not pick up.
I tried to call Shaina. She did not answer. And
I'm very sorry about that.
I tried to call both my parents. They didn't answer, which was kind of like, I was like, man.
I know.
I was like,
I won't lie. I saw your call too. I won't lie.
No, yeah, he told me that, but it's just like, what could I really be calling about?
I just didn't know, and then also I was nervous because, as you said, we were still awkward at this time, and I'm like, I wonder why he's calling me. I'm like, maybe he's here, and then I was like, I'll like answer, and then I was like, I'll just call him back, but then. I think I called you back and you didn't answer, and then I texted you and you told me that you crashed your car, and I was like, what? And then the crazy thing is you were like, yo, like, I'm gonna still come anyway, like, I'm gonna come to Long Island. I'm texting Dana like, why is this kid still coming to Long Island after he just crashed his car?
Yeah, I was not afraid to come to Long Island after that. You know what I mean? I still was gonna come. That wasn't gonna deter me.
I know.
Which is a crazy thought. You know what I mean? You'd think I'd want to go home and be scared or something.
I know, that's honestly, I thought that either you would want to go home or your parents would be like, you just crashed the car, bro. Come home.
I called those people, and then I think the next call was to my boy Brendan, who's a great friend of mine. He's a friend I met in college. I might have came up in Ryan's podcast. I'm not sure, but I love Brendan to death. I called him, and he's like, "All right, well, you got to get on the train."
I know.
So at this time, I was very, I don't want to say cultured, but I was very not seeing the world to its extent. And I still, obviously, I haven't even gotten close to seeing the world.
Was that your first time taking a train?
This was my first time taking a train.
Wow.
And as you can ask many people, including Shaina, you know, my first time taking a plane was very recent.
Literally in June.
This summer, yeah. So I'm not the one to do these things. And it's not because I don't want to. I just never did. Just my life just never led that way. But that was my first time taking a train. I remember I got on the station at Poughkeepsie, and it was Grand Central.
Yeah.
Train to Grand Central, and I take this train. I'm on the train. I'm like, this is a crazy idea. Like,
was it the Amtrak?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
So I don't know what train from Grand Central went to.
It might have been the Metro North.
Maybe.
Like what Ryan takes. I'm gonna assume that if it wasn't the Amtrak.
I don't know. I don't think it was an Amtrak, because what my brain tells me is I've never sat in a train like this to this day.
Okay, it might have been the Metro North.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just on this train, and I'm like thinking about like what everything in my life led to this moment, and I'm like, I'm on a train right now. Like, it's a really crazy concept to think about. I was on a train, like I just smashed my car, totaled it, and now I'm just on a train still going to Long Island.
I know, it was crazy. And then we went to Dana's house later that night.
Yeah, we had a little party. There was a little party there.
Yeah.
I played some Pong.
Games.
I think I played some Pong.
Yeah, that was crazy. I did not expect you to still come to Long Island after.
I can't believe I did either. Like, thinking about it now.
I know.
I could have been hurt.
No, I know. That's why I was like, I don't even know if the kid's hurt. Like, and he's still coming here. I'm like, for all I know... Like, and I don't know, like, at the time we weren't the way we are now. No. Like, we weren't
this was still
close,
this was still the summer of freshman.
Yeah, this was the summer going into sophomore year. We were only dating for, like, probably a month or a couple of months.
Yeah, I think it was July.
So.
I think it was after the 4th, probably.
But, no, yeah, probably. But, yeah, crazy. Still came to Long Island. Still wanted to see me.
I still did go out and still see her because I did really want to.
I know.
That was the thing.
I wanted to see you too.
It was, you know, you can call me whatever you want, and you can be very confused by my choices, but I don't know. I just something in my head told me, like, you still gotta go. Like, you would, like, this is gonna stop you. I don't know. That's gonna stop you, like your car now.
Your car like flipping over
Your
and
car
crashing,
flipping,
like
there's still like who knows. We're gonna see what I do as a picture as a background. I don't know if I'm gonna do an old picture. I don't know if I'm gonna do.
you could do the picture from Maryland, that the cartoon we got drawn.
Oh no.
That looks nothing like
No,
us.
I'm not gonna do that picture. We're gonna figure out what we can do. Maybe I'll do a picture of my car destroyed. No.
Your destroyed car.
I still have pictures of it on my phone.
I know. I've seen the pictures. You sent them to me, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think I sent it to you that day, maybe. Because my dad was like, take pictures.
Take pictures.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell the end of the story too, because low-key, it was like kind of a weird story, but I remember I got a crash, blah, blah, the police officer was like, yeah, we can't take you anywhere unless it's the hospital. He's like, but that tow truck guy might be able to bring you to a restaurant. So I go to this restaurant and I am like in some sort of shock or some sort of.
Yeah, you were probably in shock and wasn't even fully
my
realizing.
mental was a little off because I couldn't eat. I like just couldn't eat, and like because I'm probably was just going through it.
Well, yeah, I'm sure your body was probably in shock. Like,
I ordered food and I was just sitting there waiting for my Uber, but I was like I tried to time it where like I hoped the Uber wouldn't take. I would like try to time it so I'd get my check and the Uber at the same time.
Yeah.
But I was like worried because the Uber was coming and my check wasn't, and I literally only got mozzarella sticks, and I was like, please.
please give me the check. I gotta go.
I just only got mozzarella sticks, like, and I brought them on the train. I think I chucked them at Grand Central, and then I had to take Grand Central Uber.
Yeah,
or walk to
Penn.
It was my first time probably in the city alone too.
Yeah. Wow,
And
that's crazy.
And I had to go from Grand Central to Penn, which is not hard.
I know.
at all.
It's not, but it's annoying. Like when we first started dating and we were always taking the train, the Amtrak to each other, it was annoying when you had to leave Penn to then go to Grand Central.
Well, how many times did you have to do that just when Penn was
Well, it was, when Penn was getting renovated. Before they made the new hall, like this was years ago when they were redoing the Amtrak.
It was cheaper.
It was cheaper, but yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't too far,
how
but
much was it back in the day? It was cheap, like $28, right? Am I capping?
I feel like I want to say yes, but like we could both
There
be
was
lying.
student ID things too. Remember?
Yeah,
There was student ID discounts.
yeah, there still might be.
I
I don't think though.
I don't know. You know, there's one thing that I will say that I got very comfortable with about the trains with COVID and whatnot is how much more space you have on the train.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? You gotta think about like we went on trains all this time and it was like packed. Like if you went certain times were just packed, so you'd just be next to each other on an Amtrak for
Yeah.
like 3 hours, 2.5 hours.
I got used to sitting next to people before COVID.
The thing is, I didn't understand how nice it was to not sit next to people until we took a couple like over during some of the times when we took trains to see each other.
Yeah, well, Amtrak just recently, within the past like month or two, are doing full capacity again because they were only doing 50.
Yeah,
which was
50%.
nice.
It was really
I loved
nice.
not sitting next to anyone.
And you know, I mean, I think I didn't really always care too much on the train after the time that we took when we took the bus from Oswego down to the city.
Yeah.
And then to your house, right, first? Or did we, because we had all the bags and stuff.
Yeah, it was, okay, so this was, I don't remember, it had to be winter break.
2019, right?
I'm going to assume winter break of 2019. I don't know why we even ended up taking the bus, but it was me, you, and Ryan.
It's because of the time.
And we were all going home.
The timing. We weren't going home. We were going.
Well, you weren't going home, but you were coming home with me.
Yeah.
Me and Ryan were both going home. And then the next day we were going to go to SantaCon. It was going to be our first year and, well, only time because then COVID.
Yeah.
Going to SantaCon.
And so I remember we literally, I didn't understand how lucky I was to be able to have a car, you know, be able to take, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, whether it's myself, being able to drive from school to school.
I know.
Because taking the bus
on
sucks. Winter vacation, first off, the bus is packed.
I know.
It's super packed. I mean, we got lucky. We sat next to each other.
No, yeah, we
Were
sat
in the
next to each
back,
other.
Or?
I think we were closer to the back, but the thing with the bus is, and also because freshman year of college, I didn't know what the Amtrak was, so all I took was the bus, and just even the Amtrak compared to the bus, the Amtrak is just so much nicer. The bus is just so crammed, and it just
feels crammed,
and it takes long. Honestly,
it is longer. It's literally because it's driving. It's like just a bus.
It would take me like from freshman year, leaving from Oswego to then go to the Syracuse bus station would be an hour. Then for me to take the bus into the city, into Port Authority, I mean, I've been on that bus before for 9 hours.
Yeah.
9 hours. Like literally almost 12 hours to get home one time.
Yeah.
I hated the bus. But we took the bus. I don't know, maybe Amtrak's too expensive. We knew what Amtrak was at the time when we took the bus with Ryan.
I don't think we could make it to the station, or to like where.
Oh, okay.
You know, like I don't think we could. I think it was more feasible to take the bus because Oswego would have a bus that took you to the bus that went to the city.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It'd be $1. Like.
Yeah, it was like $2.
Yeah. So Amtrak had this bus, or not Amtrak. Oswego had the bus, and. Man, I just remember us sitting all either next to each other or close enough to where we could all talk.
Yeah, we were all lined up. I think it was me, you, in 2 seats. Then it was the aisle, and directly across from you was Ryan.
Yeah, I think that was how it was too. And I just remember we literally, I think I either bought it or it was free at the time. I think I might have bought it, honestly.
You might have bought it.
And it was Life, the stupid Life board game on your phone.
And we played that.
I don't remember who won. I think Ryan will say to this day that he won, but I really don't remember.
It might have been Ryan. It definitely wasn't me.
I don't even remember. You know, that's the thing. I wish I could remember if it was me or not, because I would definitely hold that over your heads. Like I won the most important game of life.
But no, honestly, that was a fun bus ride down.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like me, you, and Ryan had a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun, but it really is draining to be on that bus that long.
It is.
And then we had to get off the bus and then go to...
Yeah, and then we had to take the train.
We had to get to Penn, wherever Penn was from where we were at.
I think we got dropped off at Port Authority, and then I think we walked to Penn, and then we had to get the train from Penn, and I was so upset at the time. I remember just being so tired.
Yeah, I think it like rained or it was like wet or something.
Yeah.
It was just some type of weather that was just not favorable.
And then we went to sleep, woke up, I don't even remember what time the next day, got ready, and then met Ryan in the city again for SantaCon.
Yeah, and then we had a lot of fun at SantaCon.
Yeah, SantaCon was a lot of fun. We ended up running into Brendan.
Yep, another Brendan incident where we're not even an incident, but we just happened to see Brendan, and I had so much fun.
I know. I obviously because of COVID, but I wanted to go to SantaCon so bad again after that, but we just haven't been able to. It's honestly fun, and I forgot how much the necklaces were that let you get into like any bar without a cover charge. I feel like it couldn't have been more than...
We didn't get the necklaces, did we?
Yeah, we did get the necklaces. Yeah, because I think it was like 40, or I could be lying. It could have been less, it could have been more, but I remember it not being that badly priced for the necklace, and the necklace was pretty much like you could get into any bar without a cover charge that was like a part of the SantaCon like route or whatever the hell it was.
There was certain bars that were part of the program or whatever you want to call it.
But we only ended up going to like what, 1 or 2 bars.
We didn't go to too many, and it just how the night worked out, I think.
No, yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, you do SantaCon early. It's not the night.
Yeah, it was early, and then we ended up leaving to go. We were planning on meeting Brendan at the Nutty Irishman.
We were supposed to go out in Farmingdale.
Yeah, before I even knew what that was.
Yeah, but it just ended up not happening.
Yeah, because we couldn't get a train there. So we just ended up being at my cousin's first my cousin's first birthday party.
And we were just
eating food.
Off the goof.
I know.
We came from SantaCon, and then we just...
And we're at my 1-year-old cousin's birthday party.
Just being animals.
And they had some good food. I'm forgetting what kind it was,
I wish I remembered.
but they had some good food. And then we wanted to go out still, and we ended up going out to that one bar that we met Gabby at, but we didn't really.
No, we didn't.
We were out for like a half hour, and then we were like, let's go.
Yeah, it wasn't. I think it was just like everyone kind of started to crash, and the bar wasn't even popping like that.
Yeah, it was dead. I forgot what day SantaCon was, honestly.
I think it was. I want to say it was a Saturday.
Probably.
Or Friday. You got to think, like, when did we come home? You know, as much as I love the banter about which day we took that dumb bus on winter break for SantaCon, which it had to be like a Thursday or Friday.
Probably.
I think a great story, a great way to end it is our beginning, and not talking, not all that stuff, but our first in-person hangout sesh, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that was an experience.
It was definitely an experience, something that definitely you know, I was definitely very awkward and very nervous that day.
I was awkward. I really almost didn't even show up, so
love to hear that.
It took me a long time to be able to walk down a flight of stairs to get to your room.
Yeah,
but
no, we were one floor away from each other, and definitely was very nervous as well. I remember I was waiting a long time to see you that day.
Yeah.
Because of whatnot and who's the daisies.
Me saying I was doing laundry. And I mean, at first I was, but then I was just nervous.
So then you were just like, yeah, I'm still doing laundry mad late. We hung out for the whole night, I think. We just talked and hung out.
Yeah, I remember I showed up and Ryan was there.
Yep.
And I barely remember seeing Ryan. I don't even know. I'm assuming I said hi, but I don't even know what.
Definitely Ryan was there, because I think I told him, like, hey, just stay until she comes because I'm nervous. And then then you came, and then he went to the library, I think. He went or downstairs to study.
Yeah, he went somewhere.
He either went to study or he went to talk on the phone. It was one of those two things. But then, yeah, so then we were hanging out.
And I came in and started announcing everything I was going to do.
Yep, started narrating, you know, and I'm going to take off my shoes.
I know. I was so awkward. I was like, I'm going to take off my shoes now. And then I was like, I'm going to sit on the bed now.
But then I was
and you're just like, okay.
I'm like, this kind of dope. Like, I kind of want to do this. I was like, I'm going to sit on the bed too.
No, yeah. Then we both sat on the bed, and I sat in the corner, not even looking.
The way the bed was set up, the TV was at like the foot of the bed, and it was like a kind of tall foot of the bed because it was connected to the desk.
Yeah.
In college, so
it was tall.
It was kind of high up, like you know what I mean, like it was probably like 4 feet tall, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say so.
From the floor to where the TV sat, about 4 feet. And you sat in the corner, like right next to the TV. Like you couldn't even see the TV at your angle.
I know. I was running.
No, yeah, you were definitely nervous in the corner. And I was like, oh, let me squeeze next to you, or whatever I did. And then like in the beginning, like, it was still early into us hanging out. Probably like 20 minutes, I'd say, 10, 20 minutes. We get a knock on the door, and it's my boy Brendan again.
I know, Brendan.
And Brendan was asking, like, hey, where's Ryan? Like, something. I think he was asking for Ryan. He's like, hey, do you know where Ryan is? I'm like, yeah, I don't remember if it was the library or the basement. It was one of those two spots. But I told him, like, hey, he's at this spot. And then he's like, I'm like, hey, I got company. And you were hiding so well that this man did not even see you.
I know, I was really hiding well. I was in the corner of the bed, literally curled up against the desk, scared,
looking towards the wall,
nervous.
Backwards. But you know, it's just very funny to me that
Brendan didn't even know I was there.
Didn't even, and to this, you know what I mean, he told the story. He's like, yeah, I didn't even know she was there, and I'm like, sheesh.
I know.
I was definitely. I don't know.
I would say after Brendan left, it started to get a little less awkward, though, but...
No, we both knew that was kind of like, sheesh.
Yeah.
Well, we both were awkward. That was the big thing. Like, we didn't think we were anything different. We both were like, we don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah, and then we were watching The Office, and at the time, you didn't even watch.
So I chatted. So, you know, you got to have game. You know, you got to have some type, you got to have some type of, you got to have some type of thing you fall back on, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, yo, this is a topic that's very enthralled in people right now, which is The Office. And
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
had
say,
just started watching it freshman year of college.
no, I technically did too, but
Technically.
I only watched like 3 episodes maybe, and they weren't even in order. Like, it was just random episodes of The Office. And then as I was chatting up on Tinder, I was saying like, oh my gosh, I love The Office. This is a good show, blah, blah, blah. I don't know anything about The Office. I might be Wikipedia. I might be just looking up Spark Notes. Like, I'm trying to look up everything to get some Office knowledge. And then it's like the most basic, like, it's almost as if I spark noted it. I was like, yeah, so what about that Jim and Pam?
I know, but honestly, you really got me because the season we were watching, I don't, like, at least the episode, nothing was really going on with Jim and Pam. So I'm like, wow, like, he must really watch this.
No,
like,
I was really
I still have to finish it, but he seems like he knows what he's talking about.
I was
And
just chatting.
come to find out however long later that you actually were not watching The Office.
I was not.
But you did start it after that.
I watched that summer.
Yeah.
I think I full through that summer. It's a lot of seasons, a lot of episodes.
It is a lot of seasons, and it is a lot of episodes.
A lot of people, recently talking a little smack about The Office. I like The Office. I think it's.
Yeah, I like The
It's
Office.
one of those background shows. You could watch the whole series, or you could just leave it in the background.
No,
And
yeah.
you'll see an episode you might have forgotten about.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, so that's basically the story of how we were just both very awkward, just very.
Very awkward.
We're just very character.
Especially me.
We're just characters in the grand scheme of things, and that's okay. It
is okay.
We're both goofballs. We're both. If you have anything to say, do you have any advice for someone?
Oh, God.
Do you have any got any final words for the crew?
I guess if you're looking to talk to a girl and you don't watch a show she's interested in, I guess lie, because it ended up being a conversation starter for us a few times, and I didn't even know that you weren't watching it. So
Always lie, always deceit, right? You got anything else?
no, don't lie.
I'm just kidding.
Be honest, be truthful.
It wasn't even like I lied for a
No,
long
I
time.
know. I'm
I think I
joking.
literally just said the next, maybe even that time when we hung out, I said it. It was kind of
No, yeah, it wasn't too long after. Because then I was like, you actually need to start it. Like, what are you doing?
I was really being an animal. But yeah, so lie about your favorite TV shows and what do you watch? That should definitely work.
Yeah, and then maybe I'll get a girlfriend out of it.
We will see.